Hey guys, it's Shama, CEO of Scaling Retail, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 ways that you can increase your traffic to your online e-commerce store. Now, we all know that we want to get more business, right? And getting traffic online is super duper important. So I'm going to talk about paid and organic strategies to be able to help you increase your traffic. Number 1, SEM, search engine marketing. That is a paid channel. Number 2, we'll look at getting digital press, ways for people to be linking back at you. Also a great way to start looking at SEO. Number 3, we'll start looking at your digital paid advertising and all of the different ways in which that can contribute to your business. Number 4, we'll look at your Instagram bios. And number 5, we'll start to think about ways in which you can make your Instagram a bit more shoppable. Search engine marketing. This is an amazing tool, especially if your brand is already picked up by existing retailers online. Why is that? Well, chances are they're already putting a great deal of money and time into getting your brand more searchable online. So why do you want to start implementing your own search engine marketing? Well, of course, guys, you want the sales to be coming to you, not necessarily to those other retailers. So start to look at search engine marketing as a great way to boost visibility. In addition, when you start to think about different words and keywords for search engine marketing, you're also in a great position if your brand has great search keywords but that aren't highly expensive. In clothing and fashion, if you start to bid against words that are overly generalized and that aren't too specific, you're going to end up spending a lot of money for a potential buyer that isn't necessarily going to convert. So the tip for search engine marketing is be specific, look at long tail keywords, and definitely look into this strategy if you already have online retailers that are selling your product. Tip number 2, start to focus on your shoppable Instagram profile. Now, if you have a Shopify account and you do have an ability to integrate, shoppable Instagram is one of the best ways to close the conversion gap between posting something on your profile, getting the customer to click on it, and then eventually getting them to purchase. In fact, guys, if you do not start to take a look at shoppable Instagram today, you are missing out on a very high converting platform. Now, a lot of brands are not thinking about capturing these types of customers through these integrations. In fact, if you don't use a Shopify platform, but you're using different kinds of APIs or other web platforms, you're going to find it to be a little bit more clunky and a little bit more difficult. So I would suggest not a Shopify endorser in terms of a paid Shopify endorser, but I would suggest definitely taking a look at your online platform and making sure that it's integrated into the latest APIs to be able to do shoppable Instagram. Now, one big tip here, if you are doing shoppable Instagram posts, you'll definitely want to make sure that you don't necessarily tag those posts first. My strategy, post the image, tag it with the people, the places, all the things that are going to help make it very indexable. And then within 24 hours or 48 hours, go ahead and make that post a little bit more shoppable, meaning change the tags and make them into shopping product tags. Because unfortunately, if you just have the product tag that's been tagged first, your products may not end up in the feed with your customers as frequently as they would be without the shoppable tag. So that's a little bit of a caveat here in terms of being able to make sure that people see your posts and then they're able to convert. Another great way to be able to boost your online traffic is to take a look at your digital press. Now, when we think about digital press, obviously everyone wants to get put into Vogue, everyone wants to get put into the latest editorial features. However, having something that's digital versus print can be a huge difference in terms of boosting your online search and how people get to your site. Now, why is that? Well, search engine optimization is both an on-page and an off-page strategy. On page, you make sure that your meta tags are there, you make sure that all of your product descriptions have great short descriptions on the back end, and this really helps Google to rank your site over time. And within 6 to 9 months, you start to become more competitive for a lot of the keywords that are on your site. That's on-page optimization. Off-page optimization is really geared towards all of the different places that link back to your site. Now, why is that important? Well, Google crawls and says, hey, where else is this brand being featured online? What are all the other different ways in which we can boost the site's credibility? So having something that is being featured on another website or links on other places is exactly how Google starts to determine whether or not your brand is credible, whether or not it's a site that people are referencing and people should go to. So focusing on getting digital media and digital press can be extremely valuable, both obviously for getting in front of new audiences, because we all know how important a great feature from Coveteur or Vogue Digital or any of the other online magazines can be. But it's also great because it's a double whammy when it comes to the off-page SEO and making your brand a bit more credible. Number 4, paid social advertising. Now guys, I know that you know that placing ads on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest are all really important and really valuable tools. In fact, those of you who are doing it are probably not doing it correctly, but you already know that it's a big deal and that it's a really fantastic way to get new customers. Now, how does this actually work to get traffic? Well, there are 2 primary ways in which you can start to get new audiences to come to your site. Number 1 is starting to look at lookalike audiences. Now, lookalike audiences are simply Facebook saying to you, let's see all of the people that fit this particular description of who your fans are, and let's market to them. Now, how genius is that? You can simply upload a list from your newsletter, a list of people who've been purchasers from you, and even be able to track people who come to your website and say, hey, I want to have a lookalike audience of 1% of the US population that actually have the same taste and preferences as all of these different lists. Now that to me is quite incredible that you have the capacity to do so. So when you think about doing lookalike audiences, make sure that you're building up your newsletter databases. Make sure you're building up, your sales and keeping and capturing all that email information. And then lastly, make sure that you have those great Facebook pixels that are installed. Because guys, we all know Facebook owns Instagram. So if you make sure you have all the right functionalities and tracking for Facebook, that will certainly trans over into retargeting and doing lookalike audiences for Instagram as well. Now, the other thing to take a look at when you're looking at digital paid social is being able to take a look at audience insights. Now, audience insights is an amazing tool that allows you to put in a variety of different factors, insights, interest groups, taking out exclusions for other things you don't want to be focusing on, and being able to really make up brand new audiences that are able to help segment for a new, different profile. Now, how do you actually do this? Well, guys, if you take a look into your business.facebook.com account and you go into that top little, I call it a hamburger, but that top little corner, you click on it, just over to the right, you should see something called Audience Insights. Go ahead and spend some time and play with it. Make a list of all your key competitors, make a list of all the different social profiles you think your customers like, the brands they like, and then start to play around and test with that. Now, lastly, your Instagram bio is one of those things that we oftentimes don't give too much attention to. However, more often than not, your customers are actually taking a look at your Instagram profile before they even buy. Isn't that weird? Not really, right? Your Instagram platform is the #1 way in which you can showcase your brand, your product, your lifestyle, who your other customers are, what your recent press is, and it's very important that you spend some time crafting that all too important Instagram bio. Now guys, there's some amazing technologies and tools out there to help you actually optimize your links. Now, some people are using, companies like Linktree in order to have multiple different links that they can feature in their bio. Other people are using other variety different kinds of platforms to integrate so that their one link, because you only have one link, can actually feed out to multiple different products and the right product pages. So guys, as you start to integrate and look at different ways of optimizing your Instagram bio, think about trying things like Linktree. Think about changing up that URL on a regular basis. Now, most people search for brands on Instagram before they check out and before they even take a look at your e-com platform. Brands like Sophie Buhai did a great job of republishing their Vogue feature, and companies like Alice and Olivia do an amazing job of linking out to their stockists. Now, what you'll see here is that their product descriptions and their bio descriptions are really light and fun and really on point and on brand. Make sure that your Instagram bio is something that is really inviting and something that is really clear and to the point, and not something that's gonna turn people off. I've seen some Instagram bios that actually have in there, "Don't DM me," right? They have in there, "Please don't write personal requests." And to be honest, guys, that really turns people off of the whole engagement aspect of Instagram. A lot of brands globally are actually using their Instagram profiles and links to be able to capture sales through DM. So do think about it as a different channel. Now lastly, there are so many different links and APIs that can plug in to really make sure that you have a seamless Instagram bio shopping link. Companies like Linktree have made it so easy to be able to have multiple links within one link. Imagine you have a link that says click here. You click on it and all of a sudden you have a link that says shop my bestsellers, shop what's new from the editor, shop our recent press features. These are amazing ways to be able to get your customer to go to the landing pages that they want to see most. All right guys, get more on this topic by clicking the link below on how to triple your sales using Instagram, and be sure to sign up for your free download on how to use Audience Insights to get better paid social advertising. Thanks guys, please subscribe and leave comments below. Bye.